Homework set 44, questions 4 and 5. Question 4 asks us to graph this linear inequality, 3x minus y greater than or equal to negative 4, and I'm going to start by getting the boundary line. Now the boundary line is the line that separates the solution from the non-solutions. And in this case, are we going to draw the line as dashed or is it going to be solid? Well, this is what you would use if we had this. Strict inequality, we have this one, so we're going to use a solid line, meaning that points on the line are solutions. So what I'm saying here is that if you draw a solid line, that means that points on the line are solutions to your original inequality. So let's start here. So it's a line, so I'm going to write it like this. 3x minus y equals negative 4. Now I'm writing equals because I'm looking at the line. So I'm going to solve it for y. So why don't you subtract that 3x. I'll get negative y equals negative 3x minus 4. Now multiply through by negative 1. I'll get y equals 3x plus 4. Now this is the form y equals mx plus b. B is the y-intercept. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And that's at 4. So put a point at 4. 0, 4 crosses right here, and the slope is 3. Now, the slope is 3. Write 3 as a fraction because that's how slope is defined, so I'll write it as 3 over 1. I can write any number as a fraction if I write it over 1. The bottom number tells us the horizontal change, so I'm going to go to the right one. Top number is the vertical change, so go up 3. So start at your y-intercept, go to the right one, up 3. That'll put us right here. Now, as best you can, pass a solid line through those 2 points. So I've done the best I can there. I'm going to draw arrowheads to show that the line continues on. And now we have to decide which side of the line, on which side of the line are the solutions. Are the solutions in this region above the line or in this region below the line? So we're going to do that with a test point, right? So choose a test point. Now choose any point that is not on the line. Easiest point I think to work with is 0, 0 because zeros are easy to compute with. So let's use 0, 0. Now here's our inequality. 3x minus y greater than or equal to negative 4. If you put 0 in for x, 0 in for y, you get 3 times 0 minus 0 greater than or equal to negative 4. 0 greater than or equal to negative 4. That is true. So here's 0, 0. Right here. Write the origin. Now, that gave us a true statement. So that is the solution. And in fact, this is on the lower side of the line. So every point on the lower side of the line is a solution. And I will indicate that just by doing this. I can't draw nice shading like the book does. But anyway, there's our solution. Question 5 has us solving or graphing, finding the solutions to that set of inequalities. So I've got a system of inequalities. Now, let's look at these 2 right here. Just look at these 2 right here. Now, this is, the boundary line is going to be here. This boundary line is x equals 0. This boundary line is y equals 0. Now, when you have an equation that has only one variable, you know it's either a horizontal line or a vertical line. Now, in this case, if it's an x, it's going to be a vertical line. So x passes through 0. So I'm going to get a vertical line that passes through 0. So that's just going to be this line right here. I might as well just draw it in red. All right, there's that line. And now y equals 0. That is a horizontal line that passes through 0. So that's this one here. And then where are these? Look where they are. This says x is greater than 0. X is to the right of 0. So that's going to be all of these. All the x's out here to the right are greater than 0. And the second one says that y is greater than 0. Now, greater than 0 means it's up here. All right, so all of those are up here. So here's where we're looking so far. These 2 inequalities indicate all the solutions are in the first quadrant, all right? So far we're up here. But now look at this equation here. I'm going to write x plus y equals 1 because that's the boundary line. Solve it for y. Y is equal to negative x plus 1. All right, so the slope is negative 1. I'll write as a fraction, negative 1 over 1. It crosses the y-axis at b, at 1. So this line crosses at 1, right here, and has slope negative 1. All right, so negative 1. I'm going to start at this point. I'm going to go to the right one, down 1. All right, so to the right one, down 1. Now that's right here. So as best you can, pass a solid line, right? Solid, because I got the equal sign there. Pass a solid line through those 2 points. So that's probably the best I can do there. Now, on which side of this line are the solutions? Are they above the line or are they below the line? So let's run a test. Get a test point here. I'm going to test 0, 0. Now here's our inequality, x plus y less than or equal to 1. So if I put 0 for x, 0 for y, 0 plus 0 is 0, less than or equal to 1, it's true. All right, so here's 0, 0. 0, 0 is right here. So that means if that point is the solution, everything down here is the solution. This is getting a little hard to see now. All right, our region is so small. So what region do we have? It's going to be this one right here, that small triangular region. That's our solution. And that brings to an end questions 4 and 5 and our homework set 44.